From the misty mountains of the east to the desolate deserts of the west, it snakes across the land like a stone dragon. This is the Great Wall of China, an icon of human ambition and endurance. A structure so vast it has fueled legends for centuries. For over 2 millennia, it has stood as a silent witness to the rise and fall of empires, a testament to the sheer will of a civilization determined to protect its world. But how did this colossal barrier come to be? What secrets are held within its ancient stones and crumbling watchtowers? Join us as we journey back in time to uncover the epic story of the Great Wall. A story of conflict, ingenuity, and the relentless pursuit of security. This is more than just a wall. It's a frontier, a fortress, and a symbol of a nation's soul etched into the very landscape of the earth. The story begins not with a single, unified wall, but with a patchwork of defensive ramparts. Long before China was a unified empire, warring states in the 7th century BC built earthen walls to defend their borders. These early fortifications were primarily made of rammed earth, a simple yet effective technique where layers of soil were compacted between wooden frames. Imagine thousands of workers toiling under the sun, pounding the earth layer by layer, slowly raising these barriers from the ground. It was a monumental effort, driven by the constant threat of nomadic horsemen from the northern steppes. These weren't the stone walls we pictured today, but sprawling earthworks, the first seeds of an idea that would grow to an unimaginable scale. They were a practical solution to a persistent problem, a physical line drawn in the dirt separating the settled agricultural societies from the nomadic world. These scattered walls were the prelude to a much grander vision. That vision belonged to one of the most formidable figures in Chinese history, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor, in 221 BC. He conquered the warring states and unified China for the first time, creating a powerful, centralized empire. The unification brought new challenges. To protect his nascent empire from the Xiongnu nomads to the north, he ordered the connection and reinforcement of the existing state walls. This was the birth of the First Great Wall. Under the command of his trusted general, Meng Tian, a massive workforce, said to include hundreds of thousands of soldiers, convicts, and commoners, was mobilized. They labored in harsh and unforgiving terrain, extending the rammed earth fortifications across thousands of miles. This wasn't just about building a barrier. It was about consolidating an empire, defining its territory, and projecting the absolute power of the new Qin dynasty. It was a statement to the world that China was now a single, unified entity, protected by a wall that mirrored the emperor's ambition. Centuries passed, dynasties rose and fell, and the wall evolved with them. While the Qin wall slowly weathered away, the threat from the north remained. It was the Ming dynasty, from the 14th to the 17th century, that created the Great Wall we are most familiar with today. Facing a renewed threat from the Mongols, the Ming emperors embarked on the most ambitious wall-building project in history. This was a different kind of wall. Instead of just rammed earth, they used brick and stone, creating a far more formidable and permanent structure. They engineered a sophisticated defense system, not just a passive barrier. Watchtowers were built within sight of each other, creating a rapid communication network. Using smoke signals by day and fire by night, a message could travel across hundreds of miles in just a few hours. These towers were also garrisons for troops, storehouses for supplies, and command posts for coordinating defense. The Ming Wall was a military machine, a fortified line of immense strategic depth, designed to repel invasions and control trade and migration along the border. Let's take a moment to comprehend the sheer scale of this undertaking. The Great Wall is not a single, continuous line. It's a complex network of walls, fortresses, watchtowers, and natural barriers that stretches for over 13,000 miles. To put that in perspective, that's roughly half the circumference of the Earth. It crosses jagged mountain ridges, plunges into deep valleys, and traverses vast, arid plains. Building it required an almost incomprehensible amount of materials. It's estimated that the stone, brick, and earth used could build a wall 8 feet high and 3 feet thick that could circle the entire globe more than once. From the highest peaks, the wall seems to flow with the contours of the land itself, a man-made feature so immense it appears as a natural part of the geography. It is the largest construction project ever completed by humanity, a physical manifestation of imperial power and reach that is, quite literally, on a planetary scale. Today, the Great Wall stands as a powerful symbol. Its original military purpose has faded into history, replaced by a new role as an emblem of Chinese civilization and its enduring spirit. Over the centuries, sections have crumbled, reclaimed by nature, their stones weathered by wind and rain. Yet, much of it endures, drawing millions of visitors who walk its ramparts. Touching the stones laid down by countless hands so long ago, it represents more than just a defense against past enemies. It symbolizes perseverance, strength, and the unity of a nation. It's a reminder that even the most ambitious projects, born from conflict and fear, can transform into monuments of peace and cultural identity. As the sun sets over its ancient watchtowers, the Great Wall doesn't just tell a story of emperors and battles. It tells the story of human resilience, a story written in stone across the heart of a continent, a story that continues to inspire awe and wonder in all who behold it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories about the wonders of our world.